Hey, I'm gonna knock out one more video just real quick because I can and because this is a good one. So this Unus Annus video was called Are We Already Dead? And I love that title already, right off the bat. Beautiful. I feel like they did a really good thumbnail of some nonsense. And all they did for this video was look at some clickhole articles about seeing if you're already dead. And pure gold, pure absolute gold. Um, there was one, I think it was just like all these questionnaires, and like no matter how you answered, it was kind of like, you're probably dead, or like you're definitely dead, you're super haunted and shit. Just goofy stuff. If you're not familiar with Clickhole, just poke around. Like it's so goofy. It was a really good video, and like I feel like I clicked on this one a couple of times because I was like, are we already dead? Like, are they maybe talking about something bigger, like, oh, is the earth dying with climate change, or is what does it mean to truly be alive, all these sorts of things, and I think it's a really interesting concept to play with. They just went the clickhole route, which works very well for the Unus Annus vibe and just Mark and Ethan's general entertainment style. um, I don't know. I feel like I have a few thoughts. Kind of, yeah. Like I think about, are we already dead? I've been kind of monikered the ghost before because I'm sometimes so quiet, or sometimes I've kind of snuck up on people. I don't like I don't know. Like I don't think that I'm already dead or anything, but it's just kind of like it's a fun, interesting kind of idea to think about, like, what is real, and like what is our perception of people or other people. And there's all these interesting like scientific studies too about if like if matter is observed versus unobserved, it sometimes behaves differently, which is interesting. And I think that's an interesting concept, just to think of those kind of like weird big picture things that, like, it's kind of like, yeah, you can take the obvious answer and be like, well, no, duh, like, of course we're alive. But also, like, how do we quantify living things? I was just this is really stupid, but I was thinking the other day, can vegans eat mushrooms? Because some people argue that they're not necessarily a plant, like things like that. Like, how we qualify living things, because some people say like, oh, something lives if it has a heartbeat or if it breathes. Well, there's fish and there's plants, and how, there is a list of things in like biology, and I'd have to look it up again, of like things that generate energy without being asked, and all these sorts of ideas. But yeah. I mean, like, yeah, don't think too long if you're dead or not, because then you might just waste your time. But yeah, it was a fun video, and it's interesting to just kind of think of those other ideas. So anyways, that's all I got. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.